immediately. We'll roll a quick perception check just to see if the orcs even notice that goblin just falls over and dies. He might like cry out. We'll call this a DC of like 7, but you know, when you got characters this low level, it's more possible than you think. I'm already past the point where I need to be. I thought I put a... Okay, so to give you an idea of how this sort of one. Okay, never mind. The orc doesn't hear him die at all. To give you an idea on how this fits into forward strategy, by getting the surprise round, we immediately pull some action advantage, which is really important because this is a big group and we're a very small group. And we immediately eliminate one opponent. And because they all didn't hear us, you could technically say the surprise round didn't even start if you wanted. Call it an assassination, I suppose. The next move will be a surprise round. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to say this was not a surprise round. This is straight up dead goblin. Orcs move a little bit, meander about because with their -1 perceptions. But the way to look at this is that was action advantage right away. And basically Grumpy leveraged his gigantic numbers of killing and stealthing and seeing against the goblin who has no numbers whatsoever except little hands that throw alchemist fires, and straight up wiped out the goblin. Sucks to be the goblin. But hey, that's life. Okay, so with no one watching over here, this guard is dead. The others, I'm going to move forward as quickly as possible. You know, there's no one to eliminate to tell anyone inside. And Grumpy is going to go over here. He's going to attach the rope. We're going to make a little mark here just to indicate that we are attaching the rope. So everybody knows there's a rope there. Okay. Alright. And then Grumpy is going to start the surprise round in earnest by flying up and stepping forward. Now this orc can definitely see him. Even with -1 perception, it's bright daylight. There's a big flying angry dwarf with a bow trained on him. This orc knows he's dead, or will be very soon. We'll move up a little bit here, and then we'll get them over here. Buffs will go up first because don't even ask why. Indiana Bardo will go last because he can shoot anyone who decides to come out the gate. Right. Alright, so surprise round again. Grumpy is going to take another shot because they're orcs. They don't have... Yeah, 23 will certainly hit. And he will take 9 damage. Sorry, my child is very playful. That's why she's in her room, as I will be chasing her around right now. Okay, so I actually did like 9 damage to a 6 HP dude. Let's see if I remember ferocity correctly, because he might still be alive briefly. Okay. Now with the tongue it has 12. Okay, so at -12, the orc will die. Right now he's still up. Let's go ahead and mark his damage. So he's got -3 hit points right now. Alright. Because that was a surprise round, we'll go ahead and roll initiative. I actually did that first because I knew it was going to take way longer than I wanted it to. Let's see if I can find where I put the book. Oh God, I'm so unprepared. I do apologize again for not being able to stream. I was unaware my connection would be an issue. I've never streamed before. I've done videos before. I've recorded videos on this thing without a whole lot of problems. So, I went ahead and rolled initiative, and because Buffs, being an anvil with stupidly high initiative, she's a level 6 character with a plus 14 initiatives, and a dex of only like 16. So I mean, it's not like she's definitely invested heavily in her initiative modifier, and it'll pay off, as I think you'll see. So she'll spend 2 move actions to climb the rope and then fall down. So she'll end up on the other side, and that would be her turn. Get my pen. Person who would go next would actually be this hobgoblin. The hobgoblin doesn't care yet, the adept, so she gets gifts. Next is Bardo. Bardo will ready an action to shoot anything that comes out this gate. Now, just for the record, this is actually a show of non-metagaming on my part, because the gate is actually really hard to open. It takes, just to give you an idea, it would take the owlbear and like an orc to pull the gate open. Is what they traditionally do, is they keep the owlbear to pull the gate open and pull it shut, and serve as a guard animal, as a pet to the adept. So Bardo doesn't know this. He thinks it's probably like some kind of mechanism. He doesn't think they would use anything quite that primitive. So he's got a ready to action to shoot until Buffs gets up there. Grumpy, it's his turn. Grumpy is actually going to just fly over here. And he's going to take a couple more shots at our unfortunate orc friend, who's pretty much going to straight up die, I think. That's Buff's sheet. Grumpy's sheet tells me that he is going to roll a rapid shot followed by a many shot. So his first shot, 19 hits. It hits for days because he's many shotting. It's actually 2d8 plus 5, or rather 2d8 plus 10. That'll deal 18. Yeah, this orc is done. He just ate 3 arrows to the neck and the face before he really could even think about what he was doing. That's really unfortunate. Next, after Grumpy, who's earned 2 kills for the day, and it's pretty typical of a buff hammer. Remember, Grumpy is actually a character who's flying around, and he's got a big bow, and these orcs have negative perceptions, and he had high stealth. So he basically just flew over the wall, took 2 of them out, and his friends are all climbing the rope. And all it cost Buffs was like 2 spells. So it's not a bad start. Not a bad start to an encounter that's supposed to be like 2 CR higher. Now, we haven't gotten to the big guys. These are just like fodder compared to what's coming. But it's nice to point out that in this sort of fight, we're not spending a whole lot of resources just to get past the gate. Alright, so after Grumpy is Goblins. The Goblins can definitely tell he's got a short bow, I believe. He'll definitely take a shot at Grumpy because he's got a range for anything else. He'll also set off an alarm. So all the orcs, everyone's going to be aware now about what the fight is going to happen. Turbo. Let's make sure he's within range of the short bow. He's actually going to take a penalty to attack, which is okay. It's like a -1. So, or -2 rather. Yeah, 10's not going to hit Grumpy. 10 is not going to hit Grumpy at all. For the record, Grumpy is sitting on 22 OC. Which, again, not bad for his level. Not great, You can certainly get better AC off of different characters, but for what Grumpy does, he does well. So after Grumpy, and after Goblins or after Goblin, just mark off the F there, he's done, is Tusky. And Tusky is going to step over here and get the pointer tool, not the measure tool. She's going to climb the rope. She's going to go ahead and just climb over the rope and then fall down. Like she's supposed to. Alright, so after Buffs and Tusky are the Hobgoblins. Alright, the Hobgoblins. The Hobgoblins are going to be informed by Rega they need to get out there and take care of the damn flying dwarf and all the rats climbing the palisade. And so one will go over here. And this door will fly open. And that would be his 2-move action. Actually, take a 5-foot shift. Open it. 1-move action. I'm going to hop over here. There we go. I'm going to do that. He'll be by the trap here. The other two will be by the trap as well. Yeah, can he take a shot? So I might go ahead and take a shot at Buffs. So let me get the Hobgoblin out. So they're going to be, it looks like they're going to be the main players in this fight. I don't think it's going to be so much the orcs or the goblins. Are we going to take a shot at Buffs? I'm sorry, really should have had these printed out along with the character sheets. There we go, okay. Longbow. +3, you're going to shoot at Buffs. Buffs is fine. Buffs doesn't have much AC. Really, she's got, let's see, if everything all together, even if we'll say her mage armor is going as well, because 6 hours, why not? Has 19 AC. So he's got a roll 16 or better. This is kind of a numbers advantage that the group is leveraging against these Hobgoblins. These Hobgoblins are only like CR 1/2, CR 1/3, the orcs like CR half. They're not going to do very well trying to hit people with bows and things. Yeah, he hit with 21. So, rare show of a rare show of goblin aptitude. He only deals like a D8. Buffs can handle a D8. So 8 damage to Buffs. 8 damage out of 33. Kind of significant. Okay. So that's that Hobgoblin. 20. This is the last site. Kind of. Go ahead and hop over here. Quick from there. He'll take a shot at Buffs too. He will not hit. Now you might be asking why we're shooting at the elf rather than the dwarf. Partly because it's just a bit of role playing on the Hobgoblin's part. They see an elf coming down the wall, they shoot the elf as quickly as possible because elf magic is an issue, and they're aware of this. 10, 15. Okay, he's also going to take a shot at the elf. Roll 4. That's pretty much done. Okay, that was the Hobgoblin. After the Hobgoblins is my owlbear. Rega doesn't care about what they're doing, about what's going on. So Rega's going to tell owlbear, go owlbear something. Go do owlbear things. Rip and tear mainly is what owlbears do. I'll grab another bookmark for my benefit. I'm also getting kind of a cold. Pop everything else. Okay. So, our owlbear here will come and rip and tear. So, 10, 2020.